Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Steven T and I am a makeup artist here in New York, and on this channel you will see all manner of makeup being done and being played with. Today we're diving into the Siren palette by Glow by Raul Otero. He is actually a colleague and friend of mine, so I've been dying to really showcase this for you, and hopefully you'll enjoy the look we put out today. Well, the looks, I should say. First time doing two different eyes for you, and we may be doing this more often. It was actually a lot of fun. So if you want to see how I created both of these insanely fun and a little bit dramatic looks, you know by now, keep on watching and let's get to blending. Diving right in, all puns intended, we have the Siren palette by Glow by Raul Otero. This is really a fun palette, so this will not be so much of a review, but I will give some thoughts on it. I've had it since it launched, and I really just wanted to showcase it for you guys. Raul is a colleague and a friend of mine, so we're just going to spotlight and support a fellow makeup artist. And here we have the Siren palette. We got 12 beautiful shades, including one whole row of pressed glitters. They can be applied with your finger, with a flat brush, dry, wet. It's all up to you. I've used them every which way. They truly are phenomenal, and you can overall do a lot with this palette. You got highlight shades, you got some contour, you can really do a lot with her. And I think with this video we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a look on each eye, something I haven't done yet. I usually do one full look, but I think we're going to let this palette really have a moment. Now, a little backstory for you guys. Raul and I actually go back to when I started with MAC Cosmetics 12 years ago. That's how we met. He was already an established artist there and helped me get my feet wet, so to speak. And up until now, I've actually had the privilege of working as his assistant on numerous gigs, a few times with the brand Maybelline, so it was only fitting that I prep the war zone with the Maybelline Lasting Fix setting powder in Banana. And now we're going to dive into this palette and get these colors on. I'm probably going to start with my left eye first. So the first shade I'm going to jump into is Palmeras, which is right over here. See, these names I better not butcher because I am Latino, like for real. All right, got a little bit on a nice fluffy brush, and let's get blended. For this eye, I am going to do my classic shape. So we're just going to keep applying this right in my crease, kind of bringing it right into my nose contour there as well, if you can see that. Camera's picking it up pretty well. And just taking it up and out. I actually want to bring this way out today. Next, using a more tapered brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Cocoa, which is right over here, a little bit deeper than Palmeras, and I'm really just going to define that crease even further. Not going to go all the way with this shade, just going to focus it in key points just to really define and pop out that socket. See that? That's what we're going for. Just a little bit more at the end. Just want this to be more pronounced, as well as almost like a liner kind of moment with it blending into that lighter crease shade, the Palmeras. Using my brush that had Palmeras on it, I'm just going to softly blend them together. Not taking away too much from either one because I really want that cocoa shade to pop out. Using that same brush that had cocoa on it, I'm going to grab a very tiny bit of Playa Negra, which is right over here. See, not too much. I don't want to put too much black eyeshadow on, just a little bit for a little extra drama. Again, using that brush with Palmeras, just marrying everybody together and having a party. I'm actually going to pick up a little bit more Palmeras just to really blend that out right here. And a little bit here too. There we go. So now I have my crease completely defined, and I think we might cut the crease a little bit here for a shimmer. Not too sure yet, but we'll see what happens. As you've seen me say, or heard me say rather, in previous videos, there's a lot of apply and blend, a little back and forth when it comes to anything smoky. So I'm just gonna pick up some more cocoa right over here. Actually gonna mix it with Palmeras on this defining brush and just really work it into my socket there. See, I kind of brought this more into my eyelid because I don't want to do the full cut crease that comes out like that. We're not doing that today. We're just going to do more of a half one there with the shimmer and the glitter. To cut my lid, I'm going to go in with the P. Louise base. Of course, tried and true. It's great for any kind of pressed pigment, pressed glitter, loose glitter, anything like that. Or if you really just wanted a bigger lid and a pop of color, this is the way to go. I'd rather use a base like this as opposed to concealer, because concealers, again, are more emollient, and if you have oily eyelids like me, that'll crease in 5 seconds no matter what you're putting on top of. So please use a primer or some kind of eyeshadow base. Be right back. We're going to cut it off camera. My lid is cut. It's ready. Looks great. I'm just going to take some of that brush that had both cocoa and Palmeras on it and just softly blend a little bit into it. All right, now let's get in with the shimmer. What I'm gonna do first is pack on one of the shimmer shades. I'm torn between Arena or Arena, but the whole palette's Spanish, so it must be Arena, or Sol. Either one, I'm really liking the kind of goldy moment for this eye. So I think, actually, because I'm gonna go in with, which one is this one here? Yes, I think I'm gonna go in with Icacos on top. So I'm gonna use Arena and stick with that bronzy kind of moment. Using a flat brush, we're gonna try it dry first. Okay, little subtle. Now we're gonna wet the brush and see what happens. Off camera, you can really see that soft bronze and highlighted moment with this shade. So I'm gonna try to just get it a little bit close, because on camera I noticed the lighting or just the camera itself is kind of muting it down so it looks like just my P. Louise base. So we're gonna get a little close for you. Look down, let me know if you can see that. Honestly, the look could be done right here with just a little bit of a smokiness under the eye and call it a day, but this has to happen. This has to happen. So we're gonna get into that right now. For the shade Icacos right over here, I'm gonna try 2 different methods. I already sprayed the brush with the Lasting Fix setting spray, and if that doesn't give me the payoff that I want, I'm gonna go in with my finger. But for now, okay, I see some sparkle, do you? Let's go. Just really trying to press it. Tilting my head back a little bit, just in case. At the end of the day, it is glitter, and glitter moves, no matter what. You know, this is not about the quality of the product. It is glitter. But I am liking what I see so far. I do feel it hitting the setting powder, and that is okay. Now I'm gonna grab that shade one more time with my finger. Okay, and now we're just gonna press even more onto that cut lid, cut crease kind of situation we got going on. And also just going a little bit into the shadow that I have blended there so it's seamless. I'm just bringing it slightly towards my inner corner, but not too much, because I want that arena to have its moment right there. Well, we're giving you a full-on glam moment, so I am just going to pack this glitter on for you. I love it. Now we're going to smoke out the under eye before we get to the next one. To smudge out my under eye, I'm just going to go back and forth with cocoa and Palmeras and just marry them all together. I'm not trying to do a big under eye situation, so we're keeping it pretty tight to my lash line. See that? That's what we're going for. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of Playa Negra just for the outer corner. Perfect. I'm going to save everything black for the very, very, very end. But so far, this eye is done. So for the next eye, we're going to do a similar moment, just different tones. With that, I'm going to be using Que Calor and Coral, which is right over here. These two beautiful shades. If you know me, you know I love anything rusty and orange on my complexion. So this is really going to be fun. Hi, have a look at that. And I'm really going to saturate this because I want those shades to pop off this eye. I'm going to take it up a little bit into the brow. Just a little bit more. Again, we're going to do the whole swoop moment like usual. I do want to build it more here and then let's just let it softly fade out. So I don't have just a harsh, like, coral looking line out there. That's what we're going for. Next, I'm going to jump in with Que Calor and really define that crease. Here we have Que Calor on a more tapered blonde bristled brush. And we're just going to add some definition right in the socket, just like before. Perfect. Definitely help bring that out. And I think I'm actually going to use a little bit of cocoa just to tie that all in. I figured with this eye, it would be better to use a little bit of cocoa instead of the Playa Negra, because this would be too strong with all that salmon kind of coral looking colors we got going on. So let's see if cocoa does what I want it to do. Yep, that is working. It's giving me subtle definition without darkening the eye and changing it too much. Because again, we want them to be two very different eyes. I know I said something similar, but I feel like changing it up. So I have a bit of an idea for this eye here. I'm thinking instead of doing that kind of half cut crease, cut lid kind of moment like I did on my left eye, I'm going to do a bit more of a halo moment on this one. So it's just going to be dead center. And that's what we'll apply our shimmer and our pressed glitter shades. So you already know, P. Louise base, off camera, BRB. So we have our halo moment kind of cut out and ready. Using that brush that had a little bit of coral and, sorry, I forgot the color, Que Calor. We're just gonna blend them right into the edges there so there's no harsh lines. Just softly, because I don't want to take away too much from that halo. The halo is ready. We're gonna go in on that with Soul, which is right over here, a bit of a golden olive kind of shimmer shade. I have a dry brush first. Let's see what happens. And if it doesn't give us the payoff that we want, we will apply it with the brush wet. Just gonna pack it right on. In my mirror, I can already see the shine, so I'm hoping you guys can see that. Oh yeah, you can see it. I'm loving that. I hope you guys are loving it too. I am gonna apply it with my finger as well, just to give a little extra. I mean, hi. Beautiful. The next thing I'm gonna do is really just kind of define that crease right there and bring it all in. I mixed on my brush here a bit of cocoa and Que Calor just to go right up and around right here. See that? And it's not taking away any of Soul, which is amazing. So we're keeping that halo effect. and everything is nice and blended and defined. And with the brush that had Coral, just gonna marry them all together. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Next up, we're gonna get to the glitter, and I'm going in with Sunbay. This is gorgeous, and I need it all over me. With Sunbay, I'm just gonna go right in with my finger, pick that right up. This shade I've actually used and worn a lot in store and even out and about at events, and I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous. Again, tilting my head back just to prevent some of that extra glitter fallout that will happen. And I'm really just adding it to that Soul shade just to give a pop. They're very similar in tone, which is great. So they'll go very, very well together. And there you have it. The lids are done. Next, just like before, I'm going to smoke out the under eye with Que Calor and Coral and maybe a little bit of cocoa if I need some extra definition on the outer corner. I'll just do that off camera because that's quick and easy and you already know what's going to happen. The under eye has been smoked out. The powder's been swept away. Now, we're going to jump into everything black. I have the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Swerve. I actually bought that like vault that came with like 12 or 14 eyeliners. Pretty crazy. So I'm going to give this one a whirl right now. We're going to do the under eye and get them nice and defined on both. Yes, I know. I was too lazy to pick up my beauty sponge to hold my eye down. Don't come for me. All right. My water lines are done. First impressions, not a bad liner. It did take a few coats to really get it as black as I like. So maybe it's just one of those, again, you got to kind of warm it up on the skin and it'll give you the payoff, but I'll see how she wears and I'll give my thoughts on that a little later. Next thing, I'm going to go in with mascara, and again, tying into working for Raul rather, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. And you guys have seen me do this many, many times, so we're just going to blink and lashes will be on, okay? Bye. Lashes are done. The mascara is on. I'm loving it right now. Looking really, really cute. The eyes are pretty much ready to go. Now we're going to highlight. And like I said, I'm going to jump in with that arena, however you want to say it. I'm here for it. Definitely picks up quite well. Let's see how she glows on my cheeks. Giggity. Oh yeah, super cute. Nice and subtle. You're probably not getting it there, but hopefully you can see it at this angle. Because I'm definitely seeing it in my mirror here. I love it. Nice and subtle, nothing too crazy. Just a nice little glow. Always do the Cupid's bow. We are going to put on a nice little gloss. Oh, see, there you see it. And again, I know a lot of makeup artists hate the nose tip, but get over it. I like it. Next up, some lips. For lips today, I did decide to go with 2 shades of the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I'm going to use Stone and then top it off with this one, whom unfortunately I cannot tell you the name because the text is so light on an iridescent colored product. Y'all couldn't put the text black? For real? Anyway, here we go. Just a subtle nude kind of moment. You know I love me a nude lip. Feel like it'll go in with the 2 different eyes that I have going on. And then just gonna top it. Some extra drama here. Perfect. Last but certainly not least, we're gonna set the face with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. Definitely have been enjoying this. Holds up pretty well, keeps the makeup on, no itchiness from glycerin or anything like that, and smells nice, which I'm kind of here for because some setting sprays definitely kind of stink. Just saying. All right, so the look is done. Get into her. We got 2 different eyes for you, which I think I'm gonna try to do more often with palettes that have more than 5 shades. But anyway, it was a lot of fun celebrating a colleague and friend The Siren palette by Glow by Raul Otero is definitely fun to play with. You can contour, you can highlight, you can do smoky eyes, you name it, you can do it with this palette. If you would like to acquire one, by all means, DM him on his Instagram, which will be linked below. His website, Glow by Raul Otero, is currently undergoing maintenance while they prep for a brand new launch, but you can actually submit your email address to be notified when that happens, which is exactly what I just did this morning. Please do it. You'll want to jump on it. Trust me. With that said, thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, leave some feedback. Whatever you want to do, I'm here for it. Don't forget also, toll the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video, which will be every Friday, but you know, just so you know. That's it and that's all. Whether you're new, if you're not new, whatever, you know the drill by now. Be good or be good at it. Bye everyone.